Hello, welcome to another grief share. Today I'm going to be talking about, I guess, more of the things that I've been going through the past week, but more specifically, the last, um, well, I was going to say 7 years. It's been 7 years since I left home, and I've had a lot of different problems since I left home. And in case you didn't see any of my backstory, I was abused at home. And when I left home to get married, I started to try to heal from some of that abuse. But anyway, I had a lot of problems when I lived at home too. Um, I treated them differently. So I guess I'll just say my grief share, my my grief um, story really starts 7 years ago, but a lot of the things that I had to heal from happened before that. So um, anyway, the things that I've been going through this week, more specifically, I've been dealing with a lot of headaches, and headaches really aren't that unusual for me. I get them a lot. Some months I get them every day. It's nothing new, um, but I do seem to have some months or weeks that are worse than others. I think it depends on the level of stress that I have the month before, but I think the biggest issue for me is how long I've had headaches. I was dealing with them back when I was living at home, and I've had them at least since high school. So I've had them more than 20 years. It's been a long time. So um, I've I've tried to deal with them different ways, and I can't say they got better after I left home, but I still struggle a lot to figure out how to treat them. Excuse me. I guess I'll try to talk about some of the things that I used to do when I was living at home. I treated my headaches a lot with like prescription medication. It was usually like a migraine pill. I did used to get migraines too. So that's something that has improved in the last year or so. But I probably only get one migraine a month, if that now. I used to get, when I lived at home, I had probably more than 15 migraines a month. But I didn't know how to use the medication properly. Well, when I say that, like it was hard to understand the difference between a headache and a migraine for me when I was growing up. After I left home, I had more time to kind of um, think through what the difference is in my body and really, excuse me, figure out which one was a headache and what did it feel like and all that. So when I was at home, I would take 15 um, migraine pills a month, and it may not have been a migraine every single time, but I remember just terrible headaches and just to the point that I would cry and I just didn't know what to do. Sometimes the migraine medicine wouldn't work, and they tell you, that you should only take so many because you can build up a tolerance. So um, I guess about every 6 months I would build up a tolerance and have to try a new migraine medicine. And they wanted to try all kinds of different things on me, like Botox. I've heard some people um, get Botox in their head and it helps their migraines. They talked about shots and all kinds of things, but after I left home, I kind of decided to try to get off medication, just see how I could manage without it, and um, I ended up having to get a lot of stuff over the counter, like headache powders. That's something I always took, but I ended up just taking a lot more and really having kind of an addiction to them for about a year, and I had to go see a doctor to get off the headache powder. So that was annoying, but they did gradually get better, to a point where, you know, I could take just ibuprofen. I think at one point I was taking, but um, I think right now they've gotten to a place where I still have to take a powder. I think it's twice a month. I still have to take powders. I'm still trying to get off those, and for the most part, I could just take like an ibuprofen and Tylenol, and they're gone. But this week has just been a little bit harder for me because um, I woke up several times with a bad headache. The medicine still takes it away, but it's hard when you wake up from sleep with one, and then for several days I've had a headache when I wake up and when I go to sleep, and that's not really typical, and that's why I say I think I went through a lot of stress last month, and it's just making the headaches kind of difficult this month. But um, there's a lot of factors involved with it. I think there's a lot of physical things that would be good to be figured out. But it's just not exactly cheap to go see a doctor all the time about these kind of things, and it takes a lot for doctors to figure out what's really going on with you. I mean, so many tests and so many visits, and then you have to go to a specialist, and it's just a little too much stress on me. I grew up going to doctors a lot, and it was stressful for me then, and I guess it still is. So I don't go to doctors very often. I try to just if I need something, just get something through an online doctor or something like that. So that's how I tend to treat things. But I have a hard time dealing with the headaches because I've had to deal with them for so many years. And I mean, there's a frustration to it too because um, you believe that God's going to take that kind of thing away from you, and you know, there's no there's no promise of when or how, but you kind of just try to wait till something like that happens. But it's been a long time, and I'm just still dealing with it. So um, and a lot of times the things I go through, it's not really the thing by itself that's a problem. It's just going through it so long, and so many years, so much time. You just get worn down, and you just get desperate, to try to get the pain to stop. But I'm sure everybody goes through that in some kind of way. But anyway, really, that's all I have to say about it. If you are struggling with headaches, I definitely understand what you're dealing with. Um, I've had to go through a lot of different medications, a lot of different trial and error. I probably could tell you the best way to get off some medications, but it's just a process, and we all have to learn through it somehow. So anyway, I just want to encourage you, if you are dealing with headaches, um, to do your best, I guess, to manage it. But I know how you feel. So anyway, if you have a story you'd like to share, leave it in the comments, and I thank you for watching.